They normally say that anyone can take off,
but not everyone can.
but it takes a pilot to land that aircraft.
Yeah, I had a story of how they brought you in. They put all the contestants in one bus.
I'll go after what I want, no matter how many times I feel, you know, that inside voice, can I really do it?
Yeah.
Can I? But I'm like, no, let's see what will happen. You cannot do a man's job. Enter a plane and there's a woman in it. I will not board that plane. The biasness. Remember when it started?
Yeah.
And then there was also the grasshopper incident.
Yes, very true.
It has to be mine. Like contestant number 14. I was like,
yeah.
Thank you so much. Head down. Okay, let me give you my typical day.
Yeah.
My typical day starts like this.
The search of the next Miss Uganda is on, and we're here to find out in August who will be crowned the next Miss Uganda 2024. I'm your host, Mashomero Victor, and welcome to this Vector On Demand YouTube channel. I'm at an undisclosed location at the heart of Kampala, Uganda, and we want to have a conversation with the Queen of the East of 2024. Sureya Umeimah is an aviator, and she is also aspiring to become the next Miss Uganda for this particular year. We're going to have a conversation with her, so just stick around, dig in, and let us get this episode started. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to keep it on demand. Let's carry on. Let's get on with this episode.
My full names are Sureya Umeimah.
Umeimah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Some people call me Sureya. Now, if people find it hard,
yeah,
they say Captain Su.
Captain Su, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Sureya is A, then Sureya is E.
E, yeah. It was different. People pronounce it differently. Now, people from Swahili say Sureya.
Yeah.
My friends, Sureya, Su.
Yeah.
In Arabic, Thuraya.
Okay.
So it's pronounced differently, but the meaning is still the same.
Yeah.
And
the second one just gives me trouble.
Umeimah. Umeimah is an Arabic name for young mother.
Yeah.
Young
assistant mother.
Assistant or young. Yeah. Like young mother. That's Umeimah.
Yeah.
Because Ummi in Arabic is mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah, it means that you're already a natural born leader.
I could say it that way.
Yeah.
Natural born leader, and since I'm the first born, so it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. I know that you have a very good background you're coming from different races, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's really interesting because your grandfather is Arabic and Ugandan. He's actually a Musoga.
Yes.
And then your grandmother is a Musoga and then Indian.
Yeah, she also has Indian roots.
So it's really interesting and fascinating that you know that you come from so many different.
Yeah, I have so many cultures, different backgrounds. So I have a bit of everything in me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mixed race.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So describe to us with one word what the kind of person you are.
I think the kind of person I would say I am is two words.
Okay.
Resilient.
Yeah.
And persistent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're a person who goes after what you want.
I'll go after what I want, no matter how many times I feel, you know, that inside voice. Can I really do it?
Yeah.
Can I? But I'm like, no, let's see what will happen. Let me actually do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're dressed beautifully for the occasion.
Thank you.
Hajat. Yeah, I know. That's very good. We're here at an undisclosed location.
Yeah,
the
boot camp house.
Yeah, I had a story of how they brought you in. They put all the contestants in one bus, and then
we actually came with the Kayola AVS bus. Kira from Kira Motors, it's one of our sponsors.
Yeah,
it's an electric bus and it's very comfortable, surprisingly, and it's actually assembled in Uganda.
Yeah, I guess the good thing is that once you reach your your destination, you can get out your phones, because at the camp they allow you to use your phones.
Yes, they allow us to use our phones. We can communicate.
Yeah.
If you have the time
Yeah.
to do so, because you're busy doing activity after activity. So by the time you get to use your phone, it's like at around midnight.
Yeah.
So even when we're communicating, you'd see I would take long to respond. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. How is the camp like, the environment?
Camp life.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you my typical day.
Yeah.
My typical day starts like this. We wake up at 5:30 a.m. Immediately dress up, we go for workouts. So we work out just outside here.
Okay.
We do cardios. There are times we actually go out.
Yeah.
We go for a run. There's
road
a hill
walk,
up there.
Okay.
I hate that hill.
Yeah, the Mutungo hill.
Yeah. So we go for a run, we come back, we do a bit of like Zumba, then we do yoga. After that, we're at around coming to 7. That's when we now go to prepare ourselves. If you're on the breakfast team that day, you make breakfast for them. So prepare ourselves, go have breakfast. Immediately after that, on time, we have our first lessons. I'd call them like classes, different classes. We have mainly classes focusing on financial management, confidence building, eloquence and articulation, public speaking, interview classes like how we're doing this right now. Yeah, we have classes on that too. And then also personality classes, get to know yourself. Who are you? What do you want? Plus also, what brought you here? Your advocacies and all that. So we have different classes for the day. After that, we have lunch breaks. From lunch breaks, we're given a bit of time to
relax and unwind.
Now this week, we've been having talent night. So immediately after, we go for talent rehearsals. So I performed a poem. So everyone has to rehearse for the whole week.
Yeah,
to perfect your...
That's the poem that you performed on stage last Friday was a good one.
Yeah.
Are you able to perform it for us?
I could read it out for you.
Okay.
I can't perform right now.
Okay, yeah, you could.
It's called Ugandan Skies Through a Female Pilot's Eyes. And it starts like this. In Ugandan skies, the pearl of Africa shines. A plane soars high with divine grace. From the east, a vision so rare, yet so bright. The beautiful white Nile, oh, a wonderful sight. With wings outstretched, she cuts through the blue skies. A gem in the sky for me and for you. Sing how it's rhyming.
Yeah.
So then the second stanza goes like, the sun's warm rays upon her wings do glow as she flies over the pearl of Africa below. Wings of wonder and skies so blue, a woman's touch is a pilot's light. With every flight she soars with grace, breaking barriers, leaving a trail of peace. Then the last stanza is in the her heart beats gently, her spirit so free. In the cockpit she is meant to fly, a true aviator with skill so fine. From the east, where the Nile's journey begins, a true aviator is flying in the pearl of Africa.
Wow, that's very, very impressive. You know,
I
know, you're good with poetry.
Funny enough, let me tell you what happened during talent night.
Yeah.
Don't I forget my last stanza?
Really?
I swear. I did. On stage.
Yeah.
So I reached there. Of course, you have that stage fright. No one can tell you they're overly confident. That I was there. I was like, let me, you know.
Start off and see how it goes. So that
I reach
the final stanza.
As I'm looking, the poem is rhyming and all that. I see mom, then my brain does that loading thing.
Loading.
Like, what should I do? I'm like, cook in your words, put in. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I did it, and I finished. And people were like, wow. I was like, I hope they didn't notice. I hope they didn't notice.
That's
how it was.
Yeah, I mean, it's good, you know, the resilience. I mean, that's one term that describes who you are. Yeah. Tell us about when you got that love for aviation. You wanted to become a pilot.
It's a very, very unique story.
Yeah.
Now, my journey to aviation began after my senior six. When I finished my senior six, I honestly did not know what I wanted to do. I was like, should I do business? Should I fall into nursing? What should I do? Because I did an arts combination. So I'm like, if I'm to do nursing, that means I'll have to start maybe with a certificate.
Yes.
So I honestly didn't know what to do. So in my heart, I actually wanted to do law. So I tell mom, I'm like, I was thinking probably I should do law. Mom was like, ona sobola ebitabo. I was like, I think I can. She's like, they read a lot.
Yeah.
So we're having just a basic conversation. My grandfather was there. So I tell him, someone gave a suggestion to my mom. She's like, why doesn't she do cabin crew? She's tall, she has the height, she's, you know,
she's beautiful.
Let her do it. Yeah. So my grandfather says, you're a woman. You cannot do what? You cannot do a man's job.
Yeah.
And he was like, if I ever enter a plane and there's a woman in it, I will not board that plane. So I was like, really? I told my mom, you know what, mom? Scratch that.
Yeah.
Let me be a pilot.
Yeah.
So I did not know the journey I was venturing into.
How old were you by then?
I must have been around 19. Yes.
Wow.
So I tell mom, scratch that. Let me actually do the real thing.
Yeah.
I want to be a pilot. Let me be in the cockpit.
Yeah.
So we start with sorority flying school. So with sorority flying school, they said you needed to have a science course and all that. Luckily enough, there was Vine Air in Jinja. So I go get my admissions and all that. So we had to do an assessment. There's an assessment flight you're supposed to do where they determine, are you airworthy? How does your body react when you're in the air with different maneuvers and all that? Because some people get air sick. So the time I had my first flight, immediately we're taking off. You know, that full speed, full power, you're taking off. I was there, my heart was racing. So I was like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
That rush.
And you're at the very front. How does it feel to be at the very front of?
It's actually really beautiful.
Really?
It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Though, you know, the pressure is there. Pilots do read a lot. When mom told me lawyers read, pilots
double
read.
that.
I don't know if I can say read even more.
Okay.
Yeah. Because your whole career, you're going to be reading something new.
And you're responsible for thousands of people, you know.
Yes, you're responsible with hundreds of people. So that's immediately we took off. That's when I knew. I'm like, yes, this is actually what I want to do. Maybe it was God's calling, because you know when you don't know what to do, and I'm like, God, send me a sign. And that's how I ended up in aviation. It was a bit hard, because it's financially draining, really financially draining.
So at the moment you can, they told me you're about to start off as a private pilot.
I'm actually a private pilot.
Okay.
I'm now currently pursuing my commercial license.
Okay.
Yeah. So after I get it, I can be able to make some money.
That's really fascinating, because you're a pilot at a very young age.
Yeah.
Which is very incredible. You know,
it is.
Congratulations to that.
Thank you so much.
Which airline do you think you'd want to work for?
A big shout out. They normally say, always think outside the box.
Yes.
But then as many people are studying to get, you know, outside Uganda, other people are looking at Emirates, Qatar, Etihad.
Yeah.
I would actually love to start with my region. I'd love, you know, Uganda Airlines,
Kenya, Ethiopia.
We are growing. Our aviation industry is still actually growing. Like, it's still there, but we are getting there.
What would you tell the people, the locals, about the biasness of Uganda Airlines?
The biasness. Remember when it started?
Yeah.
And then there was also the grasshopper incident.
Yes, very true. Yeah.
Uganda Airlines, I actually had an experience with them, not once. The service is amazing. It's top notch. The pilots are really skilled, and the biasness is just for people who haven't gotten to experience it. But I would urge many Ugandans to actually consider flying Uganda Airlines, because we're having different routes. We actually
the new routes
the new routes
to Lusaka, and
there is
I think
another one
Luanda.
to where?
Or is it Luanda as well?
There are three new routes.
There are three new routes that were
Yeah.
opened up recently this past week.
It's actually a very wonderful experience. You need to see it firsthand in order to be like, whatever I see on the internet is actually not true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's really good. I mean, I wonder how it feels to be a pilot. I just wonder, what is the most scariest? The taking off or the landing? Because for the landing, you have to be, the taking off can be okay, because I don't know how you lift. Do you actually lift the steering wheel when you're taking off?
It's actually a slight nudge.
Okay.
Because the speeds are very high, so
really,
any small input has a big effect.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So when you just pull a bit, it will nose up.
Any small
input has a big
can
effect,
like,
because of the speeds.
Can it cause like can the balance get off if you?
Not really. That's why you're supposed to have a firm grip.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to keep holding her.
Yes.
And also have your hand on the power.
So both pilots do the.
No.
Yeah.
You can actually have one pilot taking over the takeoff.
Okay.
And the other can do the landing.
Okay.
Unless you're with your trainer,
you
both do the takeoff, you both do the landing until you get to be perfect on it.
Is it important, I think, to have two pilots? Because just
it depends on the length of the flight. If you're having long duration flights, it's best you go multi-crew, because you'll be tired at the end of the day. You're multitasking,
flights and
flying, time, altitude, speeds, this, that, communication. So you're supposed to have multi-crew. But then when you're doing short flights, now like when we're doing our cross countries, you're advised to do a solo cross country in order to get to do your exams.
Okay.
So my cross country was from Jinja to Tororo, Tororo Soroti, Soroti back to Jinja.
But I think you'd need maybe an assistant just on standby.
A safety pilot. Yes. Now safety pilots, you normally do it for student pilots. That's when you go for just safety, to be there to ensure that you're on course.
And how is the landing like? The landing part?
They normally say that anyone can take off,
but not everyone can.
But it takes a pilot to land that aircraft. It took me a long while to get to perfect my landings.
Really?
Yes. To the point that I reached a point and I started crying, and I'm like, is this really meant for me?
Man, I can understand the taking off, but the landing, when I'm responsible for thousands of lives.
Full focus. Like I did not know my brain could do certain things. Like you're multitasking and you're also really, really focused.
What do you mean by multitasking? Pressing a bit of buttons?
Pressing a bit of buttons. Okay, basically when you're landing, you're supposed to look at your height. Now, Jinja Airfield.
Yes.
The runway is here. There's a forest.
Oh.
There's a bit of trees around here. So you're supposed to watch out for the trees when you're coming into land. So the lower you go, you have to see, am I low enough? Am I high enough? Am I keeping that altitude?
I think the good thing with the runway is that how long is it normally? Because it's quite long.
It depends. Our runway is 4.8 kilometers.
At Entebbe?
No, in Jinja.
And then the one at Entebbe?
Entebbe is even longer, because it depends on the type of aircraft that are landing there. If you're having bigger aircraft, the runway has to be longer and wider.
Wow. That's because you have to like calculate, you're seated in that seat, and then you have like a full body, and it's like physics, it's mathematics, it's
physics, it's
how
math. It's even your own feel as a pilot.
Okay, and then the tires have to go fast.
Yes.
The behind tires.
The behind tires has to
go fast, and then.
So you're supposed to keep that slight attitude. They normally, it's normally supposed to be 3 degrees from the plane of your axis. So you keep it just slightly there.
Okay.
So it takes a lot of focus.
And then talk to us about the autopilot. Once you're in mid-air and then it's autopilot, so there do pilots chill and get off the buttons and everything?
Autopilot normally works with larger aircraft. Now for us, how can I say it? We are, you know how you drive a manual car and automatic?
Yes.
So for us, we are manual pilots.
Yes.
So when you're training, in our training aircrafts, the
Yeah.
autopilot is disengaged.
Yes.
So you have to manage to keep like that plane straight and level during cruise.
Whoa.
Now with larger aircraft, you do the normal manual takeoff. Immediately you climb up to your cruise altitude.
Yeah.
Autopilot.
Autopilot. And then you can chill and just observe.
It keeps you in that altitude,
Yeah.
in that heading. You do not
Yes.
deviate.
Yes.
You
Unless
just
you want
stay
to.
there,
Yes.
unless you want to.
Yeah.
So by the time you are close or inbound your destination, disengage,
Yeah.
come into land.
Yeah. Wow.
So technology has simplified things for us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's very, very interesting. You
Yeah.
know, it's good that you're able to get into aviation, able to be a pilot, and able to contest about with the Miss Uganda. Tell us about the Miss Uganda process, how it starts. Maybe you could talk to us about
How my journey started.
How your journey started as a queen into the Eastern region. You became the queen.
Well, the regionals happened in Jinja Main Street.
Yes.
Because the Main Street, there was a place called Innovation Village. So I got to see it through Instagram. It was actually 4 a.m. I had woken up for prayers.
Yeah.
So I scrolled through Instagram. I'm like, Eastern Region, the search is here. I go and see the date. It was actually that very day.
Which month was that?
It was April. It was around it was around April, May that, but it was the 28th.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. Where are the officers? Startimes. Same street.
Yeah.
And that's where I actually was. So I'm like, okay. So let me prepare. As I'm going to school, I passed by Startimes offices. I was like, Miss Uganda, I want the forms. They gave them to me. I went to school. I did a bit of studies. After that, I filled in my forms.
Yeah.
Filling in my forms, I came back in the evening, went to the audition place. So I auditioned, they asked us a few questions, standing before judges, cameras, lights and all that. So it was a bit scary, but I knew what I wanted. I was like, let me do this. So I went through the regionals. Meanwhile, I had not told anyone about it. I was like, let me do this. At least if I don't go through, at least no one will know about it.
Yeah.
So I did it, and the second day they taught us posture training, how to walk. Then the third day was the competition.
Yeah.
We reached during Q&As. They actually asked me a question about period poverty and how to end it.
Yeah.
So I answered the question. I was there standing, waiting. They chose the second runner-up. They chose the first runner-up. I'm like,
oh. Yeah.
This has to be mine. Like contestant number 14. I was like,
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Did you get the last slot to qualify for the final?
I was actually the last person
to qualify for the final.
When during the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, I was the last person. I was number 14 because we were being according to height. So I was the tallest. So I was given number 14.
Yeah.
So I was there at the back in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Managed to pull through.
Yeah, I managed to pull through.
Yeah, then you went to the Eastern region and you eventually became the Queen of East.
Yes, I became the Queen of the East. So I'm representing a whole region.
Yeah. Tell us about Eastern Uganda. What do you love about it?
Eastern Uganda, it's such a peaceful place, by the way. It's very peaceful and quiet. Busoga land, the Nile. You can just be in Jinja and you're like, I want to relax.
Yeah, the source of the Nile.
Just go down to the Nile.
Yeah.
Sit, put your food there, put your lesu, sit down. And
a big tourist attraction.
It's a very big tourist attraction. And now, now that COVID has ended, people are now picking up on the tourism sector. Because before it was still... You go to the source of the Nile and people weren't there, but now you're seeing people picking up, and now festivals like Nyege Nyege, it's now bringing people back.
Yeah.
When during that September period, all hotels are booked, all Airbnbs are booked. Even friends call you and they're like, "Can I use your place?" And I'm like, "It's okay, feel free, you can come."
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's picking up, and it's a good thing that people are now getting over the whole COVID. We're moving past it and we're getting on how our lives were before. Yeah. which is a good thing.
What did you think about the royal wedding? The Inabantu and
Oh
Chabazinga.
my God.
Yeah.
I was there during the royal wedding.
I had a feeling you'd be there.
No, I was not in the function.
Once a queen, always a queen. you are around.
It was such a lively week. It was a whole week of festivals. People were celebrating all over the place. I remember you pass by the streets and you see dancers.
Yes.
They're all there and they're like royal wedding.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, we have to rise up the East, and hopefully the Chabazinga and the Inabantu are watching and they are proud of you.
Thank you so much.
You're representing the people of the East. You are our representative from the East. And
by the way, I am the first pilot in Miss Uganda Foundation.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a whole kudos, you know.
I believe the Inabantu must be also there.
Yes.
She's like, that's my girl.
Okay. So Miss Uganda, how the contestants, do they also go through preliminaries before getting into this house, this mansion? Because you are the final contestants.
Yeah. After the regionals, they actually do a Kampala pre-selection where they get all the other girls, maybe some from the regions who had the potential and didn't make it, and come to Kampala.
Yeah. We
do the preliminaries and all that, then they keep eliminating. Now, elimination really was tough for us. But I managed to eliminate girls. We kept on doing exercises to give us, you know, it actually shows you who stands out from all these hundreds of girls. So they chose us. And then we went through also a round of lessons here and there.
Yeah.
And then they got out the best 28 girls.
Yeah, from
all the regions plus Kampala. So they got out the best 28, and we went. Our first challenge was Beach Beauty. The Beach Beauty challenge, we all had to go to Mombasa. So Uganda Airlines took us to Mombasa.
Wow, you all enjoyed.
We enjoyed. We had fun. We really had fun. So we went for the Beach Beauty contest. After the Beach Beauty contest, immediately after, they gave us like 2 days to prepare. Then boot camp. So we were all here.
So the top 28 are now in boot camp.
We are now 25.
Yeah, except for 3 that were eliminated.
Yeah, they eliminated some.
Yeah.
A few days ago, it was actually on Wednesday when they eliminated some, and also there's going to be another elimination next week.
Oh, and how many are supposed to be eliminated?
We do not know.
Yeah.
It's up to the judges because
they watch you on TV.
They watch us on TV. They watch our every move, how you act.
It's like a big brother house, basically.
Basically like Big Brother, but are you fit to be a queen?
So are the cameras always on live? Or it depends?
It depends on when the cameras should be on. Maybe when we're doing our exercises, that's when the cameras are on. Sometimes they film the cooking. Even today when I was making breakfast for filming it. Okay. Yeah, I made chapatis as an Eastern queen.
Thank you for the breakfast, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, you know, it's really good that, you know, the finals are coming up in August.
Yes.
And how many do you think will make it to the finals? About 12, or maybe it might be a whole.
I'm praying to God.
Yes.
That we all make it to the finals. Elimination is not a good feeling.
I think there's a good sisterhood.
It's not a good feeling having someone eliminated, and it even hurts more having someone from your region being eliminated. It's not a good feeling. So all of us have to walk on that runway during the finals because we all deserve it. We have worked so hard. I have seen the potential of every single girl here. I believe we deserve that chance.
Yeah. I mean, wow. It's such a great, unique journey that you know, being on TV as well, on the Startimes, you know, and I mean, we just can't wait to see what happens. And but I hope inside the house it's all cool. There was this rumor that maybe the elimination happened because of a fight between one another.
The elimination did not happen because of a fight. It was more or less, can I say, talent display for the talent night, like to show you how good we are. But the sisterhood is actually there. We encourage each other. We're there for one another. It's not easy being in a house with people from different backgrounds. Everyone has different backgrounds, different ethnicities. They're Catholics right now. They're having mass. The previous Sunday they were born again. I am Muslim. So
and there are two Muslims in the house.
We're two Muslims in the house. So it's all about getting to know each other and learning each other. So we really emphasize more on the sisterhood.
Okay. Let's talk about your favorites. What's your favorite food dish? Your favorite country that you'd maybe love to go to, and the one that you've been to so far?
My favorite dish is matoke. I really love matoke and maido. I love matoke and maido. Then when it comes to the Swahili dishes, I love biryani. I love chapati because I know how to make chapati.
You make good chapatis, definitely.
Then countries, I've been to Yemen, I've been to Kenya, I've been to Tanzania. Because I have relatives in Yemen. So unfortunately, when I was there, the war was just starting, so I left early. So I've been to South Africa. I've not traveled that much, but those are basic.
Which one country would you love to go to?
When you win Miss Uganda,
you go everywhere.
A trip to Dubai.
Okay.
And I have always loved to go to Dubai.
When does the winner go to Dubai? In December?
I don't know when.
But it's for like a month or something.
I think so. It's an all expense paid trip to Dubai. So I've really wanted to go to Dubai. I've had friends who go there and talk about it, and they're like, "Oh my God, the cars!
It's beautiful, by the way.
Bougie,
it is.
That. I also want to experience that weather. I mean, let the sun also turn me from there. I'd love to visit Dubai. Then
and you'll get, I mean, the winner of Miss Uganda gets to contest at Miss World
in India.
Like this year, it's in India.
Yes.
It's between September to December, right?
Yeah, it's around that period. So you get to contest in Miss World, which is also Miss Uganda, but now with the contestants inside, you're having different nationalities. And now it's not just 28 girls like here. You are 100 plus.
Yes.
So it's also a good experience.
And do you get to like I want to ask this question: what's the highest position Miss Uganda has reached on the Miss World stage?
The highest position was actually Miss World Africa by Queen Abenacho from Eastern Region.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Which year was that?
That was around 2019.
Wow.
It was 2019.
Okay. Are you friends with her?
Abenacho?
Yeah.
I would love to, but she's not in the country.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd love to. I stalk her Instagram. Not in a bad way.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, what is she doing? What
and
has she posted?
You can pass that record, surely.
Yeah.
You know, and we just wish you all the best for this Miss Uganda.
Thank you so much.
You know, we believe that you can be crowned the next Miss Uganda, because those are privileges that will continue going on. Your mom will be proud, your young sister will be proud as well, your amazing family.
They're really supportive.
And they're really supportive, and you just keep on pushing. Can you imagine being Miss Uganda and being a pilot at the same time? It's just a bonus. It's just the milk and the milk and the honey.
Yeah, and on top of that, being also from the eastern part.
Yes.
There's something about us from Eastern Region.
They are loyal people, beautiful people.
Beautiful, we're loyal, we're well behaved.
Yeah, that's really, really good. I know you're going to succeed, and we just wish you all the best. Come August. I hope my ticket is ready. I should be in the VIP section.
You have to be actually next to the judges, so that you're like,
do that. I'm a lucky charm, you know. I'm a lucky charm.
And also, have you voted?
Yeah, I vote every day. You know?
Really?
Yeah. So, by the way, in this video, we're going to put the link for the vote. You can vote for Sureya, the link in the description below in this video. So please click that link, vote every day, because voting is open every day. Click as many times as possible.
Yeah.
But for the voting, it is not just down to the voting. The talent shows add up. All the extra activities you do.
Next week we're having top model.
Yes, really.
So it's going to be about walk, posture, poise. Like how do you...
And yesterday we actually saw you giving out back to the community, the young children, outreach.
Chireka Zone D.
Yes.
We looked at teenage mothers.
Yes.
And basically talking to them, giving them this courage that you can actually do better. And I believe most of them are coming for next year's auditions too. We need to have them here.
Yeah. If you have contested and maybe okay, for the contestants that have been there this year, are they allowed to come back in the field?
Yes, they're actually allowed.
Except winners.
Yes, you can actually come back.
Even as a winner?
Not as a winner. Of course, we do not expect Queen Hannah Karema to come back again.
They're moved on.
You've actually served your reign. It's now pushing way for another.
Wow. We just can't wait to see what the plans that you have in future, and this has been really fun, really interesting. And I hope you enjoying the camp, and I hope we just wish you all the best.
Thank you so
much. One thing we could ask you is, do you have a favorite song? And you do an a cappella for us, a small a cappella.
Never Grey.
Okay. Do something small for us.
Chimanya libelo mubati nansumina nawani umutima gwange uno yono yekwe moyo bakawasaka supo ambatira peleke down alibelo mubati nonyoyo.
That has been Sureya Umeimah, the Queen from Eastern Uganda 2024. Let us wait and see. We wish her all the best for Miss Uganda 2024. Here at the Miss Uganda camp, I'm Masha Miro. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Link in the description below to vote for her. Vote for Sureya Umeimah as Miss Uganda 2024. Keep it on demand, and we shall catch you next time. Thank you, Sureya.
Thank you too. Thank you so much.